Betsy, and today we have a fun video. We're going to be testing out the new Patrick Ta Major Dimension eyeshadow palette and the Patrick Ta Major Dimension Precision Gel Eyeliner. So I purchased both of these on release day, but it's taken a while to get to them because, you know, I've had a lot of things come up. So I'm excited because this is a neutral palette, but it does look beautiful. So I guess we'll start off though with the eyeliner. So this is the Major Dimension Precision Gel Eyeliner. These retail for $26. I bought the shade, what color is this? Deep Bronze. So we'll show you that swatched. Ooh, that's got good pigment. Seems to stay in place pretty well. Okay, so I got a brown eye pencil. I know, revolutionary, right? But you know, sometimes, and it does have like a, oh yeah, you can see that. It's got some metallic to it too. So it's like bronze. It's pretty. Something, well, I probably own it, but I wanted to try something else. And just because, you know, I prefer eyeshadows that are colorful doesn't mean I cannot get behind a nude moment. So let's open her up. Now this palette retails for $68. It has instructions on the back, just like normal, extra packaging. Now that's what the outside looks like. So you can see I've already got some fingerprints on it. That's the only thing I don't like about Patrick Ta's packaging is it is so easy to get fingerprints on here. So this has a 12-month shelf life, and it does have all the shade names on the back. Now, let me see if I can pull it up over here, a place to like actually see the shade names. We'll see how it goes, but I don't know. So this palette does have 2 cream shadows in here, and then the rest are powders. So it has 10 powder shades and 2 creams. No, it doesn't tell me all the things. So we're gonna start off by swatching, and I'm trying to figure out how to know which 2 are the creams. I don't. So I'm assuming that it's going to be Abundance and Divine. Abundance on top and Divine on bottom, but we'll see. So here's Abundance. Oh, that's nice and creamy. And here's Divine. So both of the cream shades are darker than what you would think. I mean, so to me, these wouldn't be what you would use for like a primer. But they do swatch beautifully, and it feels like Patrick Ta's other creams, like in his bronzer and in his blush. Okay, so next up we have, I have no idea. We're just gonna swatch them. So I'm gonna show you and swatch because it's kind of hard to figure out which one goes with which. So that's the top shiny shade. So we're gonna do it top shiny, bottom matte. So those are the 2 deepest shades. That's pretty though. It feels really good. Like, I like the way that it feels. Then the next, ooh, I like you. That's really pretty. I like that color. And you can see that there's some shiftiness to it. And then we're gonna swatch this one right here. Again, it's not taking much effort. So that's the next 2. And I hope y'all like neutral palettes because I've actually ordered a lot lately. Then we've got the 3rd powders. Okay. That shimmer is kind of odd. I mean, so that shimmer to me isn't like a super shimmer. And then the bottom color, the bottom matte, this one, is pretty much almost my skin tone, but like this shimmer right here is more of that like sequin formula where it's more matte with some shimmer in it. Now we're gonna go to the next 2, which are these 2 peachy shades. Ooh, that feels nice. And that feels nice too. So that's what those two look like. So we'll swatch. So there we go. And then now we've got the lightest two. And again, one of the lighter shades out of the lightest two, this one right here, definitely seems again like one of those sequin shadows where it's like it's got shimmer particles in it, but it's not really. And that top more metallic-y white is a little crumbly. So this is all the shades swatched out. So we're excited to play with these. We're gonna do a neutral look. Not gonna get super complex with it, but I am excited. I am very excited to play with this. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna see what I can do as far as the cream shades and use one of them in the crease. And then we'll do some powder with it. Because honestly, the creams I probably won't reach for much, but I do like that it has a little door over the creams, because some, you know, Dior, Huda, they all have a cream in there, but you see how it's got the little door? They don't always put the little door over it. Okay, so this is a Sigma. We're gonna try the E38, the diffuse crease, and we're gonna go into this lighter of the two cream shades. I figured that might be a good starting color. Now I did take and prime with the NARS smudge proof or budge proof eyeshadow primer. Okay, so that seems to be working, but I think that if I were going to use these shades, these creams, probably my method of madness would be to take and use them as almost like a one and done. Or take and just use a cream with like a powder and make it easier. Like I don't think that they're performing badly, but if you notice, like when I go to blend them out, they are kind of draggy a little bit. So as I said, I don't think it's a bad formula. I just don't think that this would be how I would use that. Like I feel like this application works better with powders. And if I were gonna do this, I'd probably tap it out with my finger and then either apply some powder over it. But the color's not bad. The color is not bad at all. So I'm going to go into this lightest matte shade right here. So see, it picks up great. There is some fallout, but again, fallout doesn't bother me. And we're gonna try to use that on the edge. And this is a BK Beauty 201. Okay, so that's pretty. That is pretty close to my skin tone. Or at least what it is on my eyelids, because yeah, you see the difference in my body from my face. It's quite shocking. Okay. There we go. I think that blended out nicely. So now I'm gonna take and go into this next matte shade right here. Again, kind of keeping it in the crease. We're just going to do a simple, that's a pretty color, easy, neutral look. And I'm not changing the brushes or the brush for this one, kind of pointless. But I do like you. I like you a whole lot. You're blending the way that you're supposed to, so that's a plus. I mean, this isn't, to me so far, at least what I'm trying out of it, definitely is more like effortless formula. Definitely very effortless. So that's what we look like. So we need something a little bit smaller. This is a Lunar Beauty LB3. So I'm gonna go into this and we're gonna go into this shade right here, which is more of like that warm tone brown. And see, I like the colors that are in this because it's not all warm tone browns. Like some of it is more of like a neutral base. That looks pretty though. Yeah, I like that. Versus being more of that warm tone. Now this one is definitely more of the warm tone. But see how easy it is to perform? I mean, like, there's not a lot of work going into this, which is always a plus. Always a plus. I want my eyeshadow, like, I don't want to have to work hard to get the eyeshadow look that I want. Going back in with that 201 BK Beauty and just going over windshield wiper motions, making sure everything's blended. Okay, what do you think? I think that looks really pretty. Okay, now we need something even smaller. So I'm gonna grab, this is the ColourPop E19, and we're gonna go into this deepest matte shade, just on the outer corner, outer V, just to deepen it up. See how that just adds the little bit of extra dimension to it? I like that a whole lot. Okay, so now let's do some shimmer. Shimmer's my favorite. Okay, I need a flat brush. Which flat brush do I want to use? Are y'all like me? Okay, so we're gonna use this Cleona brush. Are y'all like me with way too many brushes? I have way too many. Okay, this is the Too Faced glitter glue. I use this almost every time. It is almost empty. But other glitter glues like the NYX one works great. So does the one from Glam Shop. I have one from Lit. I have a lot of glitter glue. And they work good. Okay, so we're gonna go into the deepest shimmer right here on the outermost portion of the lid. So it's like that bronzy kind of shimmer, and we're going to apply that. Oh, that looks pretty. On the outermost portion of the lid. I love anything with some shine to it. Y'all know. Okay, so that looks good. Dust that off, and we're gonna go into the next shade, which is this one right here. Okay, we're gonna tap that onto the center of the lid. Oh, see how pretty that is? I mean, I'm making this more intricate because I want to use as many shades as possible. But you don't have to make it this intricate. Like, I think that you could get a beautiful look using less. Now, for the front part, I'm going to go into this peachy shade because the third shimmer to me really isn't like a super shimmer, and it's more of one of those that, oh yeah, that's pretty. That is more of like a matte with some shimmer in it. So, I don't know, that's like not my favorite. But I do like how this looks. What do y'all think? What do you think? Are you more of a neutral palette person, or do you like singles? Do you want color? Why did I say singles when I was talking about neutrals? I have no idea, but yeah. Do you want color? Do you want neutrals? Do you want singles? Do you like palettes? You know, what are your thoughts down below? Okay, so I really like how that looks. What do you think? I think it looks good. I'm gonna take my Lunar Beauty brush and we're gonna go over the edge just to make sure it's all nice and blended. This is something, if you watch me, you know I do all the time. Okay, now I'm going over the edge of everything. That looks really, really good. I love how smoky it looks. Like, there's something about this that I really dig it. And I just think that it's blending out like a dream. Okay, so I am gonna take, this is a Refer number 2. And we are gonna go into this more cream shade that has a little bit of shimmer in it. And we're gonna use that on the brow bone. So you see what a difference that makes using, so this eye doesn't have it and this eye does. See how much more lifted that brow looks when you add that cream color in there? You want an instant way to knock a couple of years off? Use a brow bone shade that's nice and bright because it does really lift the eye. So, you see how I got it a little bit low? I'm gonna just take that BK Beauty and keep it clean and just go over. Okay, so this is the top of the eyes done. What do you think? I think it looks amazing. So I'm gonna go off camera and do the rest of my face, and then we'll come back and do the lower lash line and talk about my thoughts. So I'm back and I have the rest of my face on. I used the Kaleidos lip clay in the shade Dune. I love these. This formula is so amazing. And then for blush, bronzer, and highlight, I used the She's Sculpted bronzer from Patrick Ta. And the blush I used is the She's So LA from Patrick Ta. I'm like, well, if I'm gonna wear Patrick Ta on the eyes, we're gonna do Patrick Ta. This is the She's So LA. Isn't that a pretty color? And then I used the new Makeup by Mario highlight in the shade Honey. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our waterline with the deep bronze pencil. See how easy see how easy that went on? That's nice. Very, very nice. So you can definitely see the difference. See how that just kind of deepens everything up. Definitely gives more depth to the eyes. I like this formula for pencils. Hopefully he comes out with some color, you know what I'm saying? Not just like your basics. So here's the eyeshadow palette. So I'm gonna go into, this is the LB5, the Lunar Beauty 5, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here, that rusty orange brown, and we're gonna use that underneath the eyes. See how pretty that looks? If you can hear the noise outside, I am so sorry, but there's not really much I can do about it. Okay. I like the way that looks. What do you think? Okay, so I'm gonna take that same BK Beauty 201 and just go over the bottom to make sure everything's nice and blended out. Okay, now we need to do the inner corner. The inner corner is gonna be the easy part. Okay, so I'm gonna take, this is a Kaleidos S5, it's just a teeny tiny little pencil brush. And we're gonna go into this white shade, the cream shade right here. And we're going to apply that in the inner corner. See how that brightens everything up? Such a pretty color. Like, that does so well. Okay, so this is the final look. Let's talk about our thoughts on the palette and the eyeliner. I love the eyeliner. I think the eyeliner went on good. I hope that he comes out with more colors. Now, the palette is a basic neutral palette. If you're looking for a good quality basic neutral palette, this is it. I mean, it's a great palette. I love the way that it looks on the eyes. The shimmers are nice and beautiful and sparkly, and I used every shade in here except for this one and the deeper of the creams. But I love how everything came out, and I think if you're looking for a neutral palette, this might be the one for you. That's filthy. But hopefully you like this video. If you do, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right down below. And if you hit the notification bell icon next to it, that will notify you when I post new videos, which is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I guess that's it. We'll see y'all later. Bye.